Recording. Recording again. Okay, so we were just talking about benefits about building to a 5-star team. Again, each of this is going to resonate differently with everybody because everyone's driven by different things, right? Okay, so next we have who should build a 5-star team. This is going to be different for everyone as well. Here we are. Okay. So here are a couple things that really stood out to me personally when I was thinking of who should even want this, because let's be honest, this isn't for everybody. It does take a lot of work and diligence and a mindset that's driven to, that's in alignment with what it would take to build a 5-star team. Meaning if you're someone that just wants to, for fun, like sell Shakeology on the side, then that's not, you don't necessarily want to build a team, and that's totally fine. This isn't for everybody. And that's why I wanted to touch on this, because if it's meant to resonate with you, then it's going to. So who should build a 5-star team? Those who, number one, have a big vision to change their piece of the world. I would say, or number two, have the desire for time, location, and financial freedom or abundance, because I think you can desire one or the other or both of those. Who understand it will require consistent work, learning, and pivoting as their business grows. There are, as with any business, as with any job, there are ups and downs, and there is a learning curve, and there are things that you will have to learn how to do differently. I can only give you examples of things that I've walked through and learned myself, but nursing was one. Working in a cardiac care stroke unit is very different than working as a home health nurse for a little boy who had muscular dystrophy, which was very different than working in a prison. Same job, but all very, very different jobs, right? My title is the same, but all very different, required me to learn very different skills and to do things that I wasn't previously comfortable with. I had to learn to become comfortable with them. This is no different. If you have the desire to build something like this, that's going to impact your legacy and your family, then we have to understand it's going to require us to prioritize some time in building this business and prioritize time to learn it and learn how to and ask questions, build up our marketing, build up whether that's on social media or a different kind of marketing. It's going to require us to learn how to make friends with people and how to communicate and talk with people, to practice inviting, to maybe learn how to set up a Google form, even if you don't know how, to learn how to do videos. If that's a way that you can effectively connect with people and teach and educate people, you're gonna have to learn how to do a Zoom call and record a video and upload it to YouTube. The benefit of all of this is that you have our team here to teach you, to answer any question you have. You have the New Coach University, which we poured our hearts into that and put really every foundational tool that you will need to know in there. It's not like you're alone in this. It's not like you have to learn all from ground zero all by yourself. Okay, and lastly, those who are willing to grow into the person who owns and runs a 5-star potential 6-figure business in the wellness industry. By the time that our team grew to 5-star, I had earned 6 figures from Beachbody coaching, and that was a big deal. And I have learned along the way, it's not just about what you do. It's not just about sending invites and just about doing coach info webinars. It's also about who you're becoming in the process, the journey of who it's molding you to be and the impact that you want to have. And that is just as, if not more important than what it takes. So if you were to ask yourself, who do you need to become to be a 5-star diamond coach? What would that be? And we're going to go over that question here in a second. We're going to go over that question here now. Okay, so I apologize so much for the distractions in my household, and for my brain being gibberish from not sleeping last night. But I'm hoping that this was kind of helpful in painting the picture a little bit as to what it means to be a 5-star diamond team. Really, all it is that you built a diamond and then you help 5 people do it. At the end of the day, in one sentence, that's what it is. I just shared with you a little bit more about the benefits of it and why it will align with some of you and where you want to go. So here's where I want to open it up to you guys. I didn't want to tell you this is how you do it. I, of course, will share with you maybe how I did, but everyone does it a little bit differently. So I wanted you guys to share with me, now that you see what it is and what it takes, I want us as a team to identify who would someone need to become in order to become a 5-star diamond coach, and what would they need to do? As a reminder, here's what those 3 requirements are. Be a diamond coach with 200 PV, have 5 diamond coaches that you've sponsored, and have a total of 20 personally sponsored active coaches. Who do you need to become and what do you need to do? We are going to start typing some bullet points. So this is where you unmute yourself and start talking. There's no wrong answer here, other than if you were to say, like, do nothing, lay on the couch, expect them to come to you. If you guys don't start talking, I'm gonna call you out. Just kidding.
You have to be committed to your own fitness and health journey first.
Yes, so good. I'm typing this as you guys talk.
I think today your example is perfect, that you got crazy going on, you didn't sleep, and it makes us want to show up and do the same on a day I would rather run away. So never before has that commitment been there, and it's because you're doing it too. So we can
Thank you. So would you say commitment to the business activities, maybe? Commitment to show up?
show up.
Even when it's crazy?
Showing up even when it's crazy.
Perfect.
As crazy as that sounds.
Right? I love it. What else? I'm going to go back to sharing my screen because I want you guys to be able to see this. I think it will be helpful. So if we're focusing on who we need to become and what we need to do. Oh gosh, these little things, they keep coming down. Sorry, hold on one second. What just happened? Okay, so if we need to become a diamond coach, remember what that is. That's you're needing some duplication in your downline, building some volume, maybe some customers. You need 5 other coaches building to diamond. So let's focus on that. If you need 5 other coaches building to diamond that you've sponsored, how are you going to find 5 other business builders? Who do you need to become, and what do you need to do to have 5 other business builders on your team?
You have to talk about the business.
Oh, snap. Yes, you have to talk about the business. Okay, so I want everyone to know it is so normal to have no idea how to do this, especially in the beginning. It's so normal to feel like a fraud. Like, why would anyone want to join me? I'm brand new. I don't know what I'm doing. That's totally normal. But here's what differentiates those people who actually move on to do it anyways. They do it anyways. Versus staying in that mindset of why me? Why me? Like, why would anyone want to join me? I'm not good enough. You're only not good enough if you say you're not good enough. I can't even tell you the amount of stories that I know of people who are at the top of our company who have been extremely successful, who have started from way less than all of you. Way less experience, way less confidence, way more against them. If you want this, you can do this. It's just about learning and teaching along the way. So start with something. Maybe you make it your mission to write a list of what are the benefits of being a coach. We have some of those in our New Coach University. There's a whole section on the benefits of network marketing and Beachbody specifically. Write a list and then sprinkle them throughout your posts that you do. Make reels about them. Have fun with it. Maybe make a video on Zoom. Make that be your first video that you do, is the benefits of being a coach with this fitness company, and then upload it to YouTube. See what happens. When I was first doing this, I got super ballsy, and I used to get so annoyed by the YouTube videos of why I quit Beachbody. And there was one night I'll never forget. I can't remember after what kid it was. It's my most popular video on YouTube. And I was watching one of those videos, and I started making notes of what she was saying and why she was wrong. And I made a video of why she quit Beachbody, the truth. And it has been passed around within the Beachbody community so much. I have gotten so many people commenting on it saying, thank you so much for making this. And then the girl found it as well. And she really didn't have anything to say. I wasn't being mean at all. I was being respectful, but I have a big justice button. And when people lie about something, it makes me really mad. But that was a video that I was like, it was potentially very controversial, and I've gotten the most attention from it. I don't mean attention in attention way, but like I've had the most views from it. So maybe that's something that you need to do. I wanted people to come to me because I knew I was genuine and authentic and transparent and knew what I was talking about. If you want to be that person, be that person. It all starts somewhere. It's just make the decision. All of you know one thing about coaching. Maybe it's how to be an Emerald coach. Go make a video, how to be an Emerald coach. And then put it on the YouTube. See what happens. I promise your confidence is going to grow. Sorry, I hijacked that, Jamie. Okay.
I love that, Jessica. I watched it. It was one of my very first, because as I was watching stuff, and then that popped up, all of the, why I quit Beachbody. And I was like questioning myself, going, do I want to do this? Should I just do it for myself? And then I saw your video and I was like, oh, cool. Oh, she's my coach's coach.
Yay.
So yeah, I, late at night, I watch your videos.
I love it. That's amazing. I love it, Tammy. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you as a new coach right now. Go make one of those videos. Share your story of, okay, so I have to admit, like, I just became a Beachbody coach, and I was questioning myself on if I should do it because I saw all these videos on why you shouldn't and why people quit. And then this is why I started anyways. And this is what I've learned so far. Because what's going to happen is, getting clarity on that for yourself, you're going to grow so much in your confidence of why you're doing what you're doing. But that video will be so golden for you to genuinely share why you're doing what you're doing with people, especially with your background. You have this amazing background in serving people in the fitness industry already, and you never know who's maybe struggling with it, who's watching you, and they have doubts of their own because of things that they've seen on YouTube. And for you to speak, for you to speak specifically to those doubts and concerns, people love that, and it will really serve you in your business. And I promise you're going to be nervous and scared to do it, because everybody is in the beginning. But what's the worst that can happen? I used to ask myself this, like, am I going to die? No. I'm not going to die if I make a video. If a random stranger tells me, which this has happened many times, if a random stranger tells me that I'm dumb and I'm part of a network marketing scheme. Is it going to wreck my world? No, it's not going to. So should I do it anyways? Yes, I should do it anyways.
I just watched Brock Johnson. He did a reel about this, about his trolls, and it was really funny. So if you want a good laugh on how you should react to people, to the haters, go watch him.
Perfect. He
Who
actually,
was that again?
Brock Johnson. Wow. It's BROCK and then Johnson, like you would think. He's Shalene Johnson's son, and Shalene and him run the Insta Club Hub, Instagram training. He's fantastic. I actually just saw his this morning, I think, his reel he did about it should like Instagram strategy is shifted. If you want to know like how to have Instagram strategy, follow him.
Joni and I are doing his 14-day free reel challenge. We signed up for it. It starts on the 10th if anybody wants to do it.
I want to do it.
It's in his bio. You just click it and then he will send you all the info.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. We only have 4 more minutes. Let's bust out some ideas. There's no wrong answers. If you want to build a 5-star diamond team, what do you need to do? Who do you need to become? Committed to your own health journey, committed to show up even when it's crazy. You have to talk about the business. These are all very good things.
The vital behaviors.
The vital behaviors. Absolutely.
Which include invite, follow up.
Emphasized on invite and follow up.
And then follow up again and follow up again.
Again and again
Follow up.
and again. And then I'm going to take this a step further is that you have to do them, and then you have to teach your coaches how to do them. And you have to teach your coaches how to teach your coaches how to do them. That's where the duplication happens, because becoming a 5-star team is not just about you being successful. That was actually, I will say, my biggest mistake in the beginning is that I'm a very self-motivated, self-driven, people don't need to hold my hand and tell me what to do or how to do it person. I just run forward with blinders on, and that's not necessarily a great way of leading and helping other people be successful. You have to stop and turn around and teach people what you just learned how to do, what you failed at and what didn't work for you, and what does work. And the vital behaviors are so important in that.
I do have to mention to everybody on this call that the Health Patriot Nation Coach University is just a tool that everybody gets. Like, you have that. You don't have to recreate anything. We put all our blood, sweat, and tears into that so that you don't have to, it's duplicated already for you. You're just teaching them. You can enroll your new coaches. It's just a much simpler way of duplication where you don't have to feel like you know everything before you start inviting.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I added it because that's something we've never really had before. And it's why we decided that we needed to have it on like a website, which is why the location is where it's at, so that all of you can, even as a brand new coach, invite your friends to learn about coaching with you and say, hey, I'm going through this new coach university. I don't know everything, but let's learn together, because we have that for you. And I think we did a pretty good job. I'm waiting on the feedback, but I think we did a pretty good job. Okay, let's talk really quick about who do you need to become. If you are a business owner of a 6-figure earning online wellness business, what are some attributes of a person that would be successful at owning that kind of business?
I think for me, just so early on in the game, it's consistency with myself, which is going to project to my team.
Absolutely. You're showing up, and that kind of goes back to like showing up in the crazy, committed to your own journey, and be consistent in that, and showing other people how to do it even when it's hard.
Yeah.
It's good. What else? What kind of mindset would you have if you are a successful business owner?
Resilience.
Yes.
because life is hard and different seasons are going to come and go. So you have to have resilience.
Mm-hmm. Love that.
You have to think like an owner, just own it.
I like it.
I was just gonna say that or something similar. Basically, you have to believe that you're gonna make it, that you're gonna get to your goals. Because like you said earlier, if you don't, you won't. So
What about confidence? Confidence.
Yes.
in
which is really hard.
It is I will say this, I think it's a constant choice we have to make. It's a constant battle. Whether it's hard, maybe you guys would disagree, but I think it's subjective on if it's hard, because all of us have been through things that are really hard, like really hard. And to learn to believe in yourself is like, there's a reel that goes around that's like, come on, you believed in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy for 10 years. You can believe in yourself for 5 minutes, you know? But it is, I think, the acknowledgement that it is a constant choice we have to choose. For most people, it will not come naturally until we create a natural habit of choosing confidence in who God's made us to be and in our mission. And that only comes through choosing it consistently and showing up, which is what some things you guys have pointed out.
I would say staying true to your values that are important to you, and don't get stuck in the comparison trap, because as a business owner in this business model, you can definitely get sucked down wanting to be or do like other people are doing. And so I think knowing your own values and staying true to them is important. I fail at this sometimes.
Absolutely.
How about don't get caught up in the nose? You have to keep going to get to the yeses.
That's good. How about don't stay stuck in the nose? I like that. And those two things in particular, sorry, I interrupted. Those two things in particular, we as leaders, you as a leader, building your team, have to continue to choose this, but then you also have to turn around and teach your people how to continue to choose to not get stuck in comparison, and how to not get stuck in the nose, that your vision and the people that will say yes to you are more important than you choosing to stay stuck in those places. Sorry, I interrupted someone.
I was just going to say the vision. So like staying clear in your vision, and basically what you were just saying, it's like breathe that into yourself, but also your team.
Yes. Love it, guys. I want to respect your time. I know we're past the 1 o'clock hour here, and we probably could go on this for a little bit, but I want you, so I'll share these slides when I share the recording, and I'll share this list, but continue to think about that. Like continue, even if you're brand new or just an Emerald coach, or you've been struggling to build to diamond, or whatever your story is, start a new page in your brain of, if this resonates with you, and if this is something that you want, if this is where you're going, become that person now and make decisions in your life, in your business, based on what does the 5-star version of Jessica look like. I have to do that now. What does the 15-star version of Jessica look like? If that's where we want to grow as a team, what does that look like? Consistency, like, and I have stuff that I need to work on, that I need to shift to be that. And it's important. I want to just quickly remind us all, this is never done with the mindset of I'm not good enough yet to be that. When I say to be that person, it's in a growth mindset of I'm excited for where I'm going, not beating yourself up for what you're not yet. Does that make sense? I think it's really important for us to, just like we talked about, it's constantly a choice of confidence, constantly choosing, I am enough and I am going somewhere that's amazing. And I want to help other people be successful in this, in their life. And I know I'm confident in this platform. I'm confident in how we're helping people get healthy. I know that it works. I know that the business could be life-changing for people who want to work it. And I just got to find those people. Was this helpful a little bit? Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. I really appreciate it. I will get this recording and the slides up as soon as possible. Love you all. Appreciate you all. And I'll talk to you soon.